Now here comes the really fun part, using the paint stick. In your kit, you'll find the paint can cover and fill tube. To assemble them, take the skinny end of the fill tube and stick it through the hole in the cover. Then you'll put this right over the paint can. The fill tube goes right down to the bottom of the paint can. Be sure to orient the cover so that the handle doesn't interfere with the fill tube. To assemble the paint stick, take the roller frame assembly and put it right inside the nozzle. Notice this flange does not butt up against the nozzle. Just put it in as far as it will go and tighten the collar. So you grab your paint stick and you can't pull the inner handle. Simple fix. Just twist the handle. That loosens up the piston. Tighten it back up again and you're all set to go. To free a handle on a paint stick, just twist and pull like that. Now it's time to fill the paint stick. Before you load your paint stick with paint, check your roller cover for any impurities, especially any extra lint. We recommend rinsing out the roller and drying it thoroughly prior to use. Removing the lint will make for a better paint job. Use a drop cloth or piece of pre-taped poly like this to protect the carpet. Also, you want to make sure you have the fill tube in the right place on the floor so you can fill the paint stick correctly. If you have it on this side, you can't get the fill valve onto the fill tube because of the roller frame. So put it on the side opposite you. That way you can just push it down. Just place the fill valve on top of the fill tube. If you have the easy twist, put the toggle on the handle in the up position. Pull back on the handle and you'll fill the paint stick with 18 ounces of paint. When you take the paint stick off the fill tube, the valve snaps shut automatically. If you pull back on the handle and sometimes you just suck in air instead of paint, there's a way to correct that. It means you're not getting a good seal. So just take some petroleum jelly or some of your paint and put it right on the fill valve. That will help it seat properly. You'll also need some petroleum jelly for the final cleanup. Now to begin painting, head over to your wall. We want to take the paint in the paint stick up through the roller frame into the roller cover. To do that, push the handle to push the paint up into the roller. Or with the easy twist, flip the toggle down and twist the inner handle to feed the paint while going back and forth like this. In just a few seconds, you'll start to see the paint coming out of the roller cover, just like that. Just keep pushing or twisting the handle to feed paint into the roller. It will usually take almost a full tube of paint to prime the roller cover. And when you run out of paint in the paint stick handle, just go back to your paint can and refill. Now while you're painting, you'll want to keep pushing or twisting the handle, and it'll keep feeding paint into the roller cover. You'll always know when you need to add more paint to the roller because you'll start to hear the roller sizzle or start seeing a polka dot pattern on the roller. So just push or twist the handle and it'll give you more paint. If the roller starts to slide along the wall or skate, you have too much paint. Simply stop twisting the handle and distribute the paint over a larger area. With a paint stick, there's no need to paint Z's and W's to spread the paint out. It's doing it for you in the roller. You can roll up and down, covering the wall with perfectly even coverage on your first try. It's the easiest way to paint. Now we're not done yet, but when you are, and you want to put the paint in the paint stick back into the paint can, here's how. Just put the fill valve onto the fill tube. Instead of pulling on the paint stick handle to fill the paint stick, you put the toggle in the up position and push on the paint stick handle. That puts all the paint right back into the paint can. Now you also have a roller rest right here on the lid. That means when you have a phone call or want to take lunch, you can put this down and rest it there. Remember, paint is a liquid, so if there's a lot of paint on your roller cover, it will begin to drip. Now if you're going to take a long break, up to 10 to 12 hours or overnight, use a piece of quick mask. Wrap the roller nice and tight and tape it off. You can set it right on the roller rest. Lastly, take some masking tape, put that on your fill valve and your fill tube, And when you come back the next morning to continue painting, you'll be all set to go. In a typical situation, how do you know how much paint to apply? With a paint stick, we made this easy. When the paint stick is full, you should be able to paint an 8-foot by 8-foot wall, like this one, with just one fill. If you paint this wall and have paint left in the handle, you need to slow down, not enough coverage. If you run out of paint early, you need to speed up because you're putting too much paint on.